Me too, time's up. What's next? What do we have to do? At least we need more powerful ladies, and luckily I have 4 of them here with me on this very special GMF show from the European Parliament. And let me introduce the 4 of them. First of all, Elvira Kovács, you're an MP. Where are you an MP?
I'm an MP in the Serbian National Parliament, representing the Hungarian national minority.
Okay. And how many ladies or women are there in Parliament?
Luckily, in Serbia now we have more than 30% of women. So previously we used to have less, but we introduced quota in the Serbian legal system. That's the reason why from 250 we have 83 or 84 women now.
Pazilaiti, you are the vice chair in Finland for the Feminist Party.
Yes.
Why a Feminist Party?
Because I feel that none other party has delivered the answers that I need as a Muslim girl of color.
So you started this whole party?
Yeah.
And you're going to run for Parliament?
Hopefully, yes. Well, yes, we already did the program, so.
Alisa, Flemming, you're a councillor in the UK. How is it with the representation of women at your local level?
So locally, I'm a Labour councillor in the London Borough of Croydon, and as a Labour council, we have made a commitment to increase the number of young women in particular within the party. Half of our front bench are made up of female cabinet members, and half of the 40 Labour councillors are women as well.
Rebecca Thompson from the United States, but you are helping women to run all around the world, isn't it?
I am. So the United States ranks 100th in the world for women's political representation, and quite frankly, that's pretty embarrassing. We've got a lot of work to do, and I believe that we can learn more from countries around the world, and so it's why I travel to train women, but also to learn from them.
So this talk is named the Year of the Woman. Is that needed?
Absolutely. More than ever, it's not just about women running for office, but I also believe it's about men acknowledging their power and taking a step back. And what are you willing to give up is often the question that I ask men, because while many of them are supportive of women running for office, they are not necessarily supportive of saying, I'm going to wait my turn, or I'm not going to run for office. Instead, I'll elevate another woman to run.
Alisa, is it the Year of the Woman or women?
So I would say it's the Year of the Women, because I think that there's a power in solidarity and us all coming together right across all walks of life. So whether it be in my sphere, which is a political sphere, or whether it be outside doing community work, or even in big business, as women, if we all join together, there is much power in our ability to change the world.
Yeah, do you all agree?
Yes.
Yeah, more or less I would like to agree with girls before me, but the problem is that I think what is missing is real women's solidarity. So on the one hand, we have to cooperate with men when we speak about gender equality, because alone without them we cannot change anything. But on the other side, women, girls among each other, they feel that there are competing among each other, and there is no real women's solidarity, unfortunately, in a lot of the countries.
But what do you need from men then?
Power. Because men has always been on positions of power. And now I think it's problematic that we need to talk about the Year of the Woman, because it should be the year of the humanity from the day one. So why now? Because it comes from a need, it comes from problems that we're facing. So yeah.
Can I just add
sure.
and say, as well as power, I think that there's an opportunity for us to join with like-minded men who want to offer us the support, and it's not because we're unable to do things ourselves, but in terms of raising the presence and the opportunity of women in spheres of power, and helping to take our battles and our issues, nationally, nationwide.
But if people ask me, I'm always saying, yes, I am a feminist. But just saying I am a feminist probably is not enough. So what can I do?
So I think men recognizing that there is very much about toxic masculinity, and I believe we need men to train other men around how to eliminate that in our communities, because those are conversations that, quite frankly, I don't think we should be a part of. In the same way that when we have trainings for women that are running for office, we want to make sure they're safe spaces. I think men need those same kinds of safe spaces to be challenged with each other, and that's a job that only men can do.
Then I know especially where you're from, you know, you're talking about representation in Parliament, and then people say about quota for women.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Quota is always a sensitive issue, because one would say it's embarrassing to be the part or to get into the parliament on different levels only because of quota. But in patriarchal countries such Serbia is, Western Balkans and other countries, I always say that quota is a necessary evil for getting where we want to have a really equal opportunity and the possibility to do it. And I would, for example, compare at the moment, thanks to quota, Serbia is, I think, on 34th or 33rd position on representation. So even better than USA is.
So others on this quota issue, is that helpful?
Absolutely. I mean, until we have policy changes in the United States, men are not going to give up their power. We also don't have term limits in Congress. So you have Congress members who are serving for 50 years and are not willing to relinquish that power. So in addition to quotas, I think that we also need to look at how we create systems and pipelines, particularly at the local level, to get more women in Congress. Right now, 50% of members of Congress come from state legislatures. So I think we need quota systems at the local level as well.
Okay.
And within that, I would probably add also quotas, and this is not to dilute the conversation, but also ethnicity quotas within that. So, you know, it's important for me as a mum that my daughters see that they can do anything that they want to, they can be anything that they want to do. And so when a little black girl sees me, that in itself is part of my job and part of my work, so that they say to themselves, I can do what she does.
Yeah. We're coming almost to the end of this show already. What can you do? What are you going to add to help others?
To help others, I think what Alisa said is very important about the importance about the role on role models, because there's no representation in media, no TV shows, nothing in Finland. And it's very important to any girl of color to see someone who some kind of reminds herself. Like, we need to see ourselves in other places than just in mirror, because it's not enough. So the representation, and we all have like very big role in our society as a role model to little girls to look up at.
Elvira?
We organized the Women Forum of our party, so I was one of the founders of that forum, and through this we are organizing trainings to Hungarian ladies from Vojvodina, empowering them to be next politicians and taking positions. So I believe they should be prepared, since we introduced quotas, so they will have the possibility, but they also have to be brave, to have knowledge, and to be as good parliamentarians or a regional, local level as men could be.
So my personal mantra is you can't beat what you can't see, and it's why representation matters. I think we need to show up, particularly for women of color, in all forms of government, but not just in government, in civil society as well.
Pazilaiti, Elvira Kovács, Rebecca Thompson, Alisa Flemming, thank you so much for being on this very special GMF show. Thank you.